Yo,
Sir.
I haven't showered.
Yo. Me neither. I showered yesterday. Gang, gang. I gotta go.
Did
I gotta
that
go to the
yesterday.
gym today. I was clean yesterday.
I did.
No, but I went to Pops yesterday, so I probably smell vaguely of Pops.
Like beer on a floor.
No, like a building that was smoked in for 40 straight years, and then one day someone was like, don't.
Don't smoke cigarettes in here.
Guys, we're done with that. The 80s are over, all right?
It's literally in the fibers of the wood now, but don't.
It literally will never go away until we destroy the entire building. But sure.
We saw Post Malone there.
Oh, dog.
And it also reminds me that Post Malone smokes like a pack or two a day, which is crazy.
2.5. From what I read, he's like, yeah, like there was this interview. He's like, yeah, man, I smoke like 45 cigarettes a day. Just like, what about like the worst days? I probably like 100. You know?
Yeah, he was like I think he said his worst day was 80, which is 4.
Yeah, he's like 80 cigarettes a day.
How do you even you're blasting a cig? You're
every
just chain
second
smoking all day. Yeah,
yeah, which is
that
like
sucks.
You know like. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Like if you wake up and you are like, I fucking love smoking cigarettes, man. It's like then like go for it. But like as far as just being like no one's gonna wake, like there are definitely regular people that'll wake up and be like, yeah, I want to drink all day. But no one wakes up and is like, yeah, I'm gonna smoke fucking cigarettes all day, man.
Dude.
Like,
I'm glad I never got fully addicted to cigarettes, really. Like if I get drunk, I'll smoke a cigarette.
oh, absolutely.
But like I don't even drink anymore, so I don't really smoke. Recently, I don't smoke that much anymore.
Here's my thing with cigarettes is if it's just like, if you treat it like every other vice and you do it in moderation, I'm not saying it's like healthy for you, but like,
It's not.
it's really not. No, but like I drink once a month and I'll smoke a cigarette maybe once a month.
Right.
So it's just like,
That's not that bad. I mean, I'm eating fast food.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
which has as much carcinogens in it.
yeah,
as
I
a
mean,
cigarette.
like, we've normalized like way worse daily
Cancerous
behavior.
activities. Yeah,
Exactly. Like we drink like motherfuckers energy drinks, pre-workout, like shit where it's just like weed even. It's just like everything is so much more concentrated now and we're just like, yeah, fucking give it. Let's mainline that shit.
Cigarettes though, it's just like that shit's just pure cancer. That's the fucked up part.
Oh, 100%. But like, you know, then you have idiots who are just like, yeah, I'll vape all day. I don't care. It's just like,
dude, that's crazy because vaping can make you fucking have seizures. I've heard. Like,
dude, vaping like has like that's what's ironic is it's just like I'm not even like, yeah, cigarettes are totally cool, but I'm just like, at least I know what I'm signing up for. Whereas I feel like vapes are way less predictable now, which is funny. I'm not saying like I'm completely flipped. Like seriously, it's like this is not me advocating for you to go smoke. Like this is just not.
No, of course not.
But like,
I've seen funny memes of people being like, "Hey kids, I know vaping is illegal now. Have you ever heard of this thing called cigarettes?"
Literally, because it's just like going from like hitting the jewel literally all day, every day, to just being like, yeah, I think we've reached the point where one cigarette a day is actually better than that.
Yeah,
is actually considerably better than doing that.
Yeah. I remember when I used to smoke like 5 or 6 times a day, like 5 or 6 cigarettes a day in college. I never got fully addicted to them. They're nasty to a degree. There's just a nastiness there.
It's grody.
It's a nastiness. It's a nastiness you want when you're drunk. It's kind of like eating ass. It's like you want it.
Yeah, like when your facilities are like way less peaked, like when you're drunk or when you're high, because like your smell isn't as active and like your taste isn't as active, like your whole.
It's just like a slice of butter on top of a pancake, as Bill Hicks described it. You know,
it's like drunk, I mean they're literally bioengineered to go together. Like it's not a This isn't. It's just it's not rocket science. Like like literally
beer and
lab.
Cigarettes,
dog.
Beautiful.
Yeah, dude. It's like that's like the Bill Hader scene in fucking Pineapple Express. Like they did that, but with a dude smoking cigarettes and drinking beer. They're just like, all right, Let's really get down to the fucking controlled.
Yeah. I think that's probably another thing
substances.
with Post Malone is he probably drinks all the time, which is why he wants that poor guy, man. I hope he's I hope he recovers, but he is a rock star. So
yeah, it's a very casualized addiction that man has. Yeah, man, Bud Light. It's just like, yeah, dude, you might die like in the next 10 years.
Yeah, it's tough because it's like once you hit after 25, you start to realize that what you're doing has permanent effects. Whereas like if you drink a lot before then, it's like you smoke a lot, drink a lot before you're about 25. It's like, all right, maybe that's damaging your brain somewhat. But apart from that, like your body's so young, it'll bounce back from that. But when you're getting towards 30 and you're eating like shit and you're doing all this shit, it's like it's starting to add a little density to the issue. I just worry about my heart. That's why I try to stay away from that shit.
No, for sure. Yeah,
always making better moves out here.
That's the biggest thing with fucking cigarettes, anyways. It's less so cancer than it is like high blood pressure and shit. It's like heart problems.
Yeah, I bet. I don't know. I've never thought about that, but yeah, and also, like that. That's not a reason. I'm talking about more food, I guess, with the heart thing.
Oh
but
yeah.
Yeah, with the cigarettes, it's definitely the lung cancer and shit.
It's a constrictor.
Yeah.
So it restricts your blood flow.
Yeah, it does. I guess so. Yeah.
It'll fuke with your heart.
It does basically everything. It does. It causes all kinds of problems. But yeah, I hope he. How old is? Yeah, or is that what you're looking at? I'm wondering.
He's like our age.
Yeah. He's younger. He's 26. Well, I mean, that's basically. He's just a couple months younger than you are.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He's like 4 months younger than you are. So
damn, yeah, July 4th. Damn. Oh, yo, his birthday's tomorrow.
His birthday's on the 4th of July. That's the funniest thing ever.
Come on, that's
he
like
was born on the 4th of July.
Dog, that can't be real. There's no way.
He was born the day you guys are listening to this. He was born today.
Happy birthday, Post Malone.
Yeah, happy birthday, Post Malone. Stop killing yourself.
Killing yourself.
It's better than like Percocets, I guess, but still, it's like, yeah.
I mean, it's arguably worse because it's the legalized version. It's the kind that the U.S. government was like, yes, actually.
I mean, 45 a day, 45. Let's see, how many on average? How much does he smoke a year? Times a week, 315 times 52. This guy's blasting 16,000 cigarettes a year. If he's smoking 45 cigarettes a day, 16,000.
What a baller!
I don't know if I've ever smoked 16,000 in my whole life. Like that's
I
don't think so.
No, of anything, even grams of pot.
Yeah,
dude. I wonder how much weed I've smoked.
I've probably smoked. My brain just went into a black hole. I'm like, how much weed have I smoked? I'm like, I don't even remember.
Probably like 7.
Let's see. I've been smoking as much as I possibly could for 10 years. So,
yeah, let me do the math on that real quick for myself.
That's what when I got into this sober bag, I kind of had the realization. I'm like, wow, okay. So I'm about to be 28, and I've started smoking when I was 18. And there wasn't really a time I wasn't trying not to smoke weed. Like, okay, so I've been smoking weed for a decade straight. Got it.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Yeah, well, your world. You've been uninhibitedly smoking. You've been affording it for 10 years. I couldn't even afford it for a long time. You've been able to make it work because in college,
dog, it's a self-sustaining entity at this point. It's like, I had to adapt and overcome for that one. That was just like,
you made the investment.
I haven't been dry in years, and it's all because I put in the legwork.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a drought in
probably
like 5 to 6 years, probably.
If you listen, for all the young cats out there, if you want a tip on how to keep smoking into adulthood, but actually, shit's just legal now, so you don't really have to worry about that.
Afford it.
Yeah, just
make your weed work for you, as they say.
Just make friends with metalheads; they'll help you out.
Yeah, make friends with guys with gauges at least this big in their ear.
Yeah, exactly. Because then they'll give you like a pound of wax for free because they're just because they basically just IV that shit. Like it's just
that Tony was on that shit where he would just smoke. He would smoke a fucking fruit by the foot length dab rope.
He's just roping it.
So, I've seen Tony take snakes this long.
Yeah, just starting up here.
Yeah. I always hated going to Columbia because I'd just be too high the whole time. And I'd be like, all right, it's 1:30 p.m. and I feel like sleeping. Like, and it smells in here. And there's beer.
It smells.
And they would drink beer on top of that. It's like, why do you need beer at that point?
Dude,
and it's always like some
CA.
Yeah, and it's always like some and it's always like some thick ass beer, like some fucking 10%er milk stout. I'm like, are you drinking this on top of being dabbed out of your mind? And then you're watching football, the most boring shit in the fucking world all day. I would come over and be like, yeah, Sunday come over for the weekend, and Sunday we're just watching football. Red Zone, and it's like all the Wii you could want, but like that didn't make football entertaining.
Yeah, there's just
did not make football entertaining at all. It's just wow, dude, that was a great game. Anyways, time for another 4-hour long football game. It's like, I'm good, man. I don't know how you guys are watching this.
They're like, that's the thing about chilling is it's just like if there's sports involved, no one's chilling. Like there's no active chilling happening.
Sports are so fucking boring.
Sports involved.
That's just what it is. Sports are fucking boring.
No, because it's just like it's a movie where like you don't even get the chance to decide if it's bad at the end. It's just like, wow, they sucked. My day's ruined now. Like it's just
sports are like rarely entertaining to me. It's rare that it's entertaining. Like watching, like I don't know how people do it. They just sit there and they watch a whole fucking game. It's like I would much rather watch like 4 episodes of a show or a movie or play a fucking video game where I have a chainsaw. Like dog. That's frankly what
I don't get it because it's just like when I was growing up, I'd always be like, why don't you just like tape it and watch it later? And then like like when TiVo was a thing, like my dad would always like parents, uncles, like any like male figure in my life is like, yeah, we gotta watch the game. And I'm just like, well, the game's on. We can't do that. I'm like, well, why can't you just like social media didn't exist. Like tape the game and watch it later, dude. Like, what do you think? It's like, well, I got to know what happened at the game. I don't want it spoiled for me. And I'm like,
the only time sports
makes
like a
you problem, motherfucker. Like
the only time sports makes sense to me is when you're in a sports bar, ripping beers and eating wings and smoking cigarettes, and there's a sports game that is like consequential happening.
Yeah.
Apart from that, like, oh yeah, watching the Blues game. It's like one of 180 games.
Exactly. On a Tuesday. It's just what I do. I'm not invested. I don't know how. I just don't have the brain for it. Look, I grew up wanting to play Jack 2 instead of watch sports. Grew up wanting to play Jack 2. I don't know.
Yeah, that was my sports. Jack 2.
Is the Jack 2 tournament going to be on later? Like,
the Crimson Guard. Those were
it's like I don't gather around the campfire and be like, let's watch some Jack 2 speedruns.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, dude, come over to Sunday afternoon. We're going to be watching Jack 2 speedruns. Come hang out. We're going to fucking smoke some 7-inchers.
I don't get it.
I'd be down with that though. If someone was just like, "Yo, dude, do you want to come over and watch Jack 2 speedruns?" Like my homies, literally after the show, last night, my homie was just like, "Dude, like, Cody from Fever Dream was just like, yeah, I couldn't make it out tonight, but do you guys want to fucking come over and smoke weed and watch bands watch like live footage of bands play on the TV?" I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
That's like that tweet I saw you like that was like, or you replied to it was like, sometimes a party just turns into a hate 5-6.
That's literally what happened last night. That's why I was like, I wasn't even reply guying. I was like, wow, that literally happens. Because happened to me yesterday. Because I was like, damn, that's a viable activity.
That was like 90% of college was Us just pulling shit up on YouTube. I mean, that's the millennial experience. That's the late millennial experience, going to college in the 2010s and just pulling shit up on a YouTube app on someone's PS4. That's what it is.
Yeah, dude, there's no better kickback than just walking up and just being like, yo, can I cast to this?
Yeah.
Yo, does this have cast on it? Oh, okay, sick. Like that's the ultimate question. I was just like, can I just fucking shoot on this bastard? On this bastard?
It's so funny. Like, we need some emails from Gen Z to tell us what your life is like, because I feel like it's literally just the same as ours.
Yeah,
that's what I was talking to Rose Romden the other day. Shout out Rose Romden.
Shout out.
And I was like, yeah, your generation is just like the same as ours, basically. It's just like we don't have any material like ability to be boomers against y'all. Like, we're in the same boat. We're in the same party.
Just one of us is slightly less like interactionally awkward than the other, like in real life.
Yeah, like Gen Z probably has slightly less social skills, but that's about it.
But still barely
by a hair.
Yeah, like not a lot different. Like, it's funny, like they're better at finding shit to do, but like they're worse at kicking back, if that makes any sense. That seems to be my experience.
Yeah, Gen Z probably does have more urgency to their life, because they know by the time they're 30, this shit's it's gonna be destabilized.
Oh yeah, like,
Max, shut the fuck up real quick.
No. Oh man.
I forgot something, dude.
What did you forget, man?
I forgot to introduce the podcast. Sorry about that, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, they, dees, and gentle thems, it is Monday, July 4th. God bless America, the greatest country on earth.
Except not at all.
Don't we love having borders and a country and police force and military? Don't we love our service members? July 4th, 2022. Welcome to another episode of Woken Boke. I am your host, Connor Boyd. You may know me as Moschino Dorito on TikTok, as well as Twitter and Instagram. You may know me from the YouTube show Jaded Forum. It's really not a YouTube show. It's just a show in general. We don't want to be on fucking YouTube. Eventually, we don't want to. I am joined, as always, by my best friends from the great Gateway to the West, St. Louis, Missouri. First and last today, we have the maniacal, the demonical, the maximum effort motherfucker, Max Sansa, is on the show today. Max, how the fuck are you, dog?
I'm good.
Your shirt is fire.
Everything good, yeah. Peel back the skin.
Everything good, yeah.
Everyone go listen to I Am. Hold on. Peel back the skin.
Metal shirts just go so fucking hard. Metal in general goes hard.
Yeah, dude.
It's funny. I am a metal fan, but you wouldn't know it. But I do genuinely like metal. You were there when I got into metal in like 7th, 8th grade. I was into metal for a grip.
It's funny. You have a very refined taste in it too. Because I remember one time I sent you this band Battalion, and then you clicked the wrong Battalion, and then you were like, "Yo, this is hard." And I was just like, "No, it was this one." And he was like, "Oh, I like this one better." And I was like, "Oh, really? I bet, yeah." No, yeah, because I sent you like I was like, listen to like the hardcore one, and then you found like the thrash metal one from the 80s. And I was like, "Oh, sick."
I think I remember that. That's awesome. No, I love all kinds of metal. I love the grindcore stuff. I love the hardcore metal, death metals, thrash metal. What other kinds of metal are? I like the old school shit. Yeah.
If you talk about it too much, it gets mad nerdy, but we're trying to reclaim metal from the nerds.
I don't like metalcore that much. I don't like the
No, that's who we're claiming it back from.
Yeah, I don't like the vape metal very much. Like
active rock.
Just like the overly clean. Basically anything Tony likes is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We hate to say it, but it's really anything Tony likes is bad.
Him and I will occasionally get close to throwing hands on that stuff. So I'll just be like, I mixed this band the other day. They were mid as fuck. And he's just like, now hold on.
He's like, Aventus? They're the best.
It's like, no, come on. You can't be saying that. You can't. They've released one of the best albums. And I'm just like, yeah, but they were mid as fuck. Like, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
It's always like,
that's the thing with these things.
It's just like,
yeah, like that's the catch with these bands is it's just like, okay, they can write cool albums, but even then I see them and they're mid as fuck because that's what they are. But anyway, but then you have bands like this, they roll up to the function with the double kick drum and like 7 toms, and it's all like a diamond plated, like it's like that steel like grate plated drum set, and I'm just like, yeah, dude.
Yeah. Any band with
it's like
any band that's like death metal or like hell vibes, I'm into that. And also the band Hell is so good.
So dirty.
And also Full of Hell is good.
Oh, Full of Hell rips.
Yeah.
I still can't believe I've seen Hell. That blew my mind.
Yeah, that's legendary. But yeah, folks, every week we get together to catch up. Usually with our friend Tony, as we mentioned, who we always make sure to insult when he's not here.
Of course, we're haters.
To catch up in the latest in video games, obviously music. We'll do some current events, some manga, anime, even sometimes. Video games, like I said, are big though. And if you enjoy our conversations, we do this for the love of it. This is a passion project of ours. We've been running for a long time, like October 14th, 2019, I believe it was. So 19, 20, 21, 20. Will this be 3 years? How do you do that? 19 to 20 is 1.
We're getting there.
20 to 21 is 2. So it'll be 3 years this October. We've been doing this and we haven't missed a week. So we thank you for listening. If you've been a long time listener, please, shoot us an email the email is wokenbokepodcast@gmail.com with your questions, comments, and suggestions, and we will read them on the show. And if you enjoy this, we'd really appreciate a sub on YouTube.
Spubby.
And a follow on Spotify. We're on there as well, if you're not already doing so you don't miss a single episode. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and we have a Discord also, which I'm rarely on. But
yeah, I've been lacking lately.
But there are a lot of folks on there. There's very chill people that are on there all the time. I'm on there usually just to drop like a Yeet song from YouTube into the Yeet channel every once in a while. Really just so I can remember to it's like bookmarking it for myself. So you can join that. You can also follow our Twitter at wokenbokepod and our Instagram at wokenbokepodcast. That's WOKENBOKEPODCAST to get updates on the pod and when it drops every week. And yeah, links to all this are in the show description. But speaking of hell, bloody hell,
there's a far.
Dude, my brain, the way my brain works is it gets a couple things to get into, and then I'm just into that for like probably a month.
Yeah,
a month. And then my brain's like, boring, moving on.
Yeah, it's like it happens in like 2 days because it'll just go, because like the first day you'll be like, I think I'm kind of getting over this, and then the second day you're like, yeah, it's done. You're just like, I'm good.
And the way it starts is you're like, wow. Fucking this, dude.
Yeah.
This thing. Oh my God. This thing
rips.
Fuck yeah. I'm going to be obsessed with this thing for like the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I'm going to be into this and then it's just like a month goes by and you're like, another thing. So if you're lucky.
Right
now it's 2 things. One is My Hero Academia. I'm on episode like 94 of that show. Been
Very
gripping
clean.
through it. Tony's been going through it like crazy. Watched the first 50 episodes since last week, folks. Crazy.
I can't do it. I just like
imagine if you spend that much time making merch for us. That'd be crazy. No, just kidding. Just kidding. We don't need that. I'm just kidding. Tony, if you're listening, that's a joke.
It's a joke.
But so I've been watching that, which is fire. At this point, I'm just trying to finish it because I'm on the 5th season and I'm trying to get just caught up. But that's a crazy show. But the other thing right now is Doom Eternal. Which I've played like 8 to 10 hours of in the last couple days. I'm
really glad that you're into that.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know how you guys feel about that game, but like when it first came out, I got it from PS4. It was actually the first PS4 game that I didn't buy physically because it was the pandemic. So I did not have a choice. It was the I even have Death Stranding physical. Like I would buy the physical games. But then I just got to a point of fuck it when the pandemic hit and I just didn't do that. And Doom Eternal, let's start at Doom 2016. So when Doom 2016 came out, I was in college. And it was actually, I think it was when I got back from LA senior year, and it was my last semester of college because Doom came out in 2016. And I got I played, I want to say I played the demo of it in 2016 briefly, or there was a demo of it. It was like, wow, this is fucking god tier. What? And then when it came out, I was in LA and away from PS4. But then when I got back in 2017, I actually Redboxed it. Like I walked like a half hour to a Redbox to get it from like a Redbox at like a fucking like Sam's Club in Boston, and took it home. And I think I beat it in 2 days. Which it's not a very long game. No. But it'll still get a hold on you. But still there was no breaks, basically.
Dude, that first, it's intoxicating. Like
the first one is phenomenal.
Dude, I got it for like $4 at the beginning of the pandemic because I had never owned it. I think I had it on Switch, but it just like didn't play super well. So I was like, I was just like, oh cool, this plays on the Switch. But then like after a while, I was like, whatever. But I got it on PlayStation for like $4 during the pandemic. And the first day, I straight up 8 hours straight. I was like, cool. Yeah. I'm playing Doom today.
Yeah. It's like, addicting as fuck. It's one of the best shooters that's come out in the last, I don't know when. It's up there with the new Modern Warfare in terms of just like quality of shooters. But to me, it's like, it's the best. It's one of the best shooters ever made.
Oh, full stop.
And then, so I played the fuck out of that, loved that. And then when Doom Eternal was coming out, I was really fucking psyched. It came out during the pandemic or just before the pandemic. And my initial reaction was like, this doesn't quite feel as... The two main things that were really apparent were... Ironically, this doesn't quite feel as like gritty and realistic. It feels more arcadey. Like there's grab lifts and there's platforming and there's all these green shield pickups and there's all the areas are way different and it just feels more arcadey. And two, I didn't like how you literally have to kill certain enemies a certain way. Yeah, like the Demogorgon, whatever the fuck, ballsack floater guys. You have to grenade launch those guys into their mouth to kill them. The fucking kill. The spiders with the fucking scorpion grenade launcher thing. Those you have to do the same thing. You have to grenade launch sticky bomb onto their tail, and that deactivates their thing
for sure. And then there's like the tail guys, like the chargers, where you shoot them in the tail.
Yeah, there's pinkies where they're basically like a bull. They sprint at you and you dodge them, and then you shoot their like exposed pink tail on the back. That's how you get them. There's shield guys. You have to shoot them with the plasma gun, and then the plasma shield explodes. So there's all these like
the snake guys.
Oh, I never even thought about that.
Oh yeah, the snakertons. If you freeze them.
Yeah, that's the strat for sure. Yeah, so it's like, look, like I was like, this is just a different game because it was like, yeah, you had to specifically do specific shit to specific enemies, and you never really felt like you had the advantage in the situation. It always felt like you were kind of like getting your ass beat. And I didn't like that there was enemies you couldn't basically kill with every gun. Like you'd be wasting your time shooting one of those flying ball sack things with a plasma rifle or whatever.
Yeah.
Which by the way, the plasma rifle heat blast.
Oh, it's fucking sick.
Mod is amazing. It's way better than the shockwave. Yeah. It's way better. It's like a fucking free grenade.
The one that lasers fools.
Yeah. The microwaves them and stuns them.
It burns them from the inside out.
So like I kind of got like a little bummed that it was kind of a different game than Doom 2016, but the real thing that made me not pick it back up was I got to the part where the Marauder shows up, and for some reason I just didn't get that there's a specific way to kill him, which is like when his eyes flash green. Like right after he's done sprinting, if you shoot him, he's like completely vulnerable. So it was a lot easier than I had realized when I finally figured that out back on the PS4. But by that time, I had just put it down. I think Last of Us 2 came out, and I started playing that, and Ghost of Tsushima or Tsushima, however you pronounce it.
Tsushima.
Like, that came out. So it was like I kind of set it down, and then I got a PC, and I bought Doom Eternal, but I was like at the beginning of the game again, so I didn't really play it a lot.
Yeah.
Recently, I was watching like a review of a video game or something, and it was like, oh, this game's not Doom Eternal. You can't blah, 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 blah. It might have been a Tim Rogers review.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Was like, and for some reason, I just went, boo, like I was like, Doom Eternal. And then like, and when I repurchased it on PC, the thing that I noticed the most was how validating the power of my PC was by playing that game. Like,
yeah,
fucking, like I would play Modern Warfare and it'd be like, and I'm like, all right, my PC sucks. Modern Warfare doesn't run smoothly. Like Warzone doesn't run smoothly. And then like I would go on to Doom and it would run at like 200 FPS and look gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, this game is fucking fire and it runs perfectly.
Yep.
So it kind of shows that there's no excuse that a game shouldn't run smooth. You should just make it well. So I came back to it recently, like the last couple of days, and I have not been able to fucking put it down. It is,
yeah.
And part of the thing is like you just gotta approach it like it's just a different game, like
for sure.
The Blood Gulch flamethrower, the grenades.
I think it's closer to like classic Doom, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you get the sense that it's like it's the more fleshed out version of Doom. It's more like Doom 2. Like there's just more shit going on. It's more quakey. There's like grav lifts and there's dashes, whereas the original Doom didn't have dash.
Oh yeah.
It's like I can't even imagine it without dash now.
Dude, the dash is the best. Mid-air dash, forget about it.
Yeah, shit's fire. Yeah, that game's just incredible. I don't know what else to say. It's challenging in the perfect way. All the enemies are every AI is so intelligent and so hard to kill. Even the fucking just like the fodder that walks around like with the flamethrower arms, they'll fuck you up. But yeah, the big strat I realized was like, hitting Flame Gulch and then shooting a grenade. So like if you have like 6 regular guys, flaming all of them and then shooting a grenade, just shields pop up, fills up your whole shield thing.
That's a good move.
Yeah, dude. And I have the unlock where you can shoot 2 grenades, one after the other. And it's just like crazy.
Because that's where they really do give you like the more freedom is in the skill trees. I feel like the skill trees are more intentional in Doom Eternal. I feel like it's way more like, because you get access to everything. It's just like, all right, what do you fucking want to spend your shit on? Because like you can get like the 5.1s or the 6.1s like early, which are pretty solid. But
yeah, I like how they have it's like a skill ring. It's not a tree. I like
exactly. It's just like pick one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you want,
that's how the whole game is. It's like you can upgrade your health within the first couple hours to max health.
It's like it's very much you can tailor the experience, but like it is one of those ones where like if you go the balanced route, it still works out for you. You know, like you can go, you can go the like, oh, I'm gonna dump. You know, you can specialize a build or whatever from the jump, but like if you just kind of take the balanced, like I'm gonna spread it all out evenly, it still works out for you. Because I feel like a lot of games are kind of taking that FromSoft thing where it's just like, it's not a like you can't play the game linearly. Let me put it that way. To where FromSoft isn't that case. Like you can play the game like in a very like milquetoast kind of way and still succeed, but the games that try to like take from their playbook tend to forget that aspect. They just are like, no, you got to specialize your build, and I'm just like, no, I just want to I want to make every line even for the first time. Because or aggressive because I just want to hit everything. I don't want to strategize anything. I just want to like bonk.
Yeah. I do feel like Doom Eternal is kind of like a Demon Souls version of a shooter in a way. Like it has the same like gratification from it being challenging and
like urgency.
Yeah. It also is like it kind of feels like the encounters are really hard, but they're brief. Like the firefights don't last that long. They're like less than 5 minutes.
Yeah,
but you know they're hard.
Yeah, because you really do learn after every encounter too. Like that's the biggest thing. Is like you actually do pick up on something. It's not just like, oh yeah, fuck you. You lost because fuck you on this one.
Yeah. No, it's a much more meritocratic challenge, Doom, probably than the Souls games. The Souls games are just kind of like go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I think that's Doom Eternal's like biggest strength is that it really is like a this game will reward you if you play it. You know, if you actually like pay attention. It's not
the integers are like so small, like you run out of ammo so quickly, but your chainsaw you use it. If you guys don't know, like the chainsaw is what gets you more ammo. If you chainsaw an enemy, and you can pick up chainsaw fuel, but the level there's you can have 3 tiers of chainsaw fuel, but one of them just keeps refilling. Versus like you can pick up more, and the more you have, the bigger demons you can fucking chainsaw.
Yeah, but
like you know, you run out of ammo quickly, but your chainsaw refills at just the right speed. Yeah. Same with the blood gulch, same with the grenades, same with the blood punch.
Yeah.
Which the blood punch I don't use very much.
It's a good one though. Blood punch is good. Well, that's just a melee.
Yeah.
That's just a really strong AoE melee.
Yeah.
Which is automatic. So like if you just melee somebody before the glory kill, it's awesome.
Yeah. So it's just like the glory kills and for the runes, no runes have been better than the 3 glory kill related ones. Where it's like you can glory kill from further away, they stagger longer, and they give you more health. And I'm like, this is the floating in midair slowly. Like I try to use that one. I'm like, I don't need this.
This is not doing a lot. Yeah,
it's not worth like the glory kill taking longer or whatever, you know.
Yeah. And I think there's one that's like a longer grapple. There's like a longer gripple or something like that. I don't know. The runes,
one of them's you can glory kill people from further away.
That's what it is, yeah.
And it's like I can't that one or the how long the glory kill window lasts, I can't get rid of either of those two. Like it's just like I've like you're telling me the insta kill window is like longer and I could do it from further away. Like I'm not gonna, for the big demons, because the thing that kills you is when you're running towards something and the glory kill window goes away and you're like, fuck. So
because like
need those.
Yeah, I think those are the same 3 that I used. Yeah, because Air Control, no, that one sucks. Blood Punch, Punch and Weave. Let's see. I used Punch and Weave. I think where Blood Punch restores health. That's a good one.
The thing that I can't get about Blood Punch is I was doing it earlier, and it's like I was just punching in the middle of the air, but my Blood Punch was full. Do you have to hold it down or something?
You just have to hit someone.
Okay, so you have to actually just hit someone.
Yeah, it's just a regular ass punch.
Gotcha.
And then I think you can upgrade it later to make it stronger too.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's brilliant about that game is just like, yeah, you realize you got to use your grenades more often. You got to use your because the flame, when you shoot or kill demons that are on fire, it drops shield. And like when I was my first playthrough, I wasn't doing that nearly enough. And I think it was also because I was playing it on controller. Whereas doing all that shit on keyboard is way fucking easier.
Yeah, controller is a whole other situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome fucking good game, stuff. Man. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I've been fucking.
There's this Doom Eternal shirt I really want to get from the Bethesda store. It's like, dude, got all the demons on it.
I sent you that Sonic Adventure 2 shirt, right?
Oh yeah, that was in that one video. I forget what that was. Yeah,
the video was just like, wait, your boyfriend's autistic? Like it was something like that, and it was just like this dude in this huge, like he was dripped out, honestly, but it was definitely like the Sonic Adventure 2 like level drip.
What do you think about this Sonic Frontiers? They've been putting out more. Apparently, so I've been listening to the Jeff Gerstmann shows, his podcast. Who's like the guy from Giant Bomb, like the main guy who started Giant Bomb. He left Giant Bomb to just start his own 3-hour weekly pod, and he talks about whatever he wants. Like he even talks about wrestling and shit. And he's been talking. He got to see Sonic Frontiers, and like the embargo's lifted now. So he's saying that basically it's almost like Halo Infinite, where there's like an open world.
Yeah.
And then you go into a stage, and then it's basically like from behind the back Sonic 3D style gameplay.
Okay.
Which he hates all the Sonic games, but
okay, sick.
So he's biased, but I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on Sonic Frontiers?
See, I looked at. Man, I really want to find this video again because I need to find that shirt so I can order it. It's the Sonic Adventure 2 Sonic on the front and then Shadow on the back, and it's fucking sick. Anyway, yeah, no, I looked at it, man. It's like I've seen clips that look cool, and then I've seen clips that look like absolute dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's just like, I don't know, dude. I know what I want in a Sonic game, and a lot of people know what they want out of a Sonic game.
What do you want in a Sonic? I was about to ask you, like,
I want Sonic Adventure 3. Like, it's really not difficult.
Yeah,
it's not a tough thing.
That Sonic Adventure 2 is the best Sonic game in your opinion?
I would say so. I wouldn't even say it's like the best, but like I think it's definitely the most iconic because it like I don't know. I think it took the most risks. I wouldn't even say it took the most risks so much as like I think it made the most sense. As far as like modern Sonic goes, as far as integrating other, like the whole Sonic verse too. Because they didn't go too crazy. It wasn't like Kingdom Hearts where it became too overwhelming. I feel like they took it too far by like creating all these separate universes. But if they just kept expanding the adventure world, like they couldn't have gone wrong if they just refined that shit. Because like, yeah, this open world shit is stupid. The whole hub world shit is stupid. It's like, give me stage-based gameplay, but like flesh out the stages to where they're like, you know. And the thing about Sonic is everyone's just like, I want Sonic to go fast and I don't want to think about it. I just want to jump and blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, 2D Sonic is cool, but there's a reason why 2D Sonic is 2D Sonic. Like, they can keep making 2D Sonic games, and they proved that with Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania rips. But when I want a 3D Sonic game, I want Sonic Adventure because it's just like the verticality is awesome. The aesthetic was sick. I'm
watching Sonic Adventure 2 Battle City Escape right now.
Yeah, dude. Like the music, dude. Mm-hmm. The fucking
Sonic's always had good music.
Oh, forget about it. The split story. Like Michael Jackson helped make the Sonic 3 soundtrack.
Yeah,
on the Genesis.
That's what he was bringing up.
Yeah, dude.
Is that like, yeah.
Like, it was serious shit. And, because, like, I liked the Knuckles shit, and I liked the Tails shit, and I liked the Eggman and Rogue and Shadows. Like, it just needed refinement. That's really about it. Because the mechanics of those games, that game came out in 01, 02. Like, of course, it's not going to hold up to modern standards, and like, but like, there was a really solid experience there that could have been refined. And like, I don't know. I think Sega just like tries to reinvent the wheel with Sonic every other year. And I'm like, dude, you do realize that like Sonic was created to rival Mario. And what has Mario done since the beginning of time?
Right.
The same shit. Like, nothing has changed about Mario for like 40 years. And it's the most iconic video game franchise of all time. And like, Sonic is basically second if you had to make it a semantics game. But like,
yeah, there's some just...
It's infamy now.
There's some Mario games that are literally the greatest games of all time. And most of the 3D Mario games are.
Mario 3D World, I like, when it came out on Wii U, I was like, dude, this game is like, this does not live up to the 3D Mario universe. And I have it on Switch now. I'm almost beaten it. That game rips. That game is so fucking sick.
I've heard that game's really good.
It's really fun. Cool. It's very low stress.
It's like a side scroller. Oh no, yeah, it's just a 3D Mario game.
But it's a 4-player. You can do 4-player on it if you want to.
Right.
Like, you can co-op the whole game, but even single player is sick.
I remember that. What's the one that came out on the DS that was the 4-player 3D game?
Oh, dog, that was just 64. That was 64 remastered.
Not 64. The new one that came out on the DS.
Oh, New Super Mario Bros.
New Super Mario Bros. Yeah, I remember hearing that. I remember hearing that game was the later levels of that game was. Oh, no! I'm thinking of there's just so many, and they're all names like the same shit. I'm trying to remember.
Was it Superstar Saga? The RPG one?
No, it was basically Super Mario 3D Land.
Maybe that's what it was. 3DS?
No, yeah, Super Mario 3D Land. Yeah, for the 3DS.
Yeah, so it's like that's the game is that I've been playing.
Like, even that one I've heard has like the late levels of that game are like some of the greatest Mario games levels ever.
Oh yeah.
Like Super Mario 3D Land. Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's just crazy.
Like the level of that's the thing is just they built such a solid world, and that's my thing with Sonic is like you have a great world here. All you have to do is lean into it. Like, it's real. Like, you don't have to keep adding to it. You don't like you're adding newness where you don't need it. Bowser has kidnapped Peach probably 300 times by now. But he's going to be in a different vehicle every time he does it. Like, he's going to be in a different silly like airship every time. Like, that's what you should focus on Eggman's funny, like his silly contraptions, not like be like, oh, this is Eggman's new robot, Beta Gamma 14 the 6th, and we gave him all the speaking lines. And it's just like, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Dude, that's the funny thing about Mario 2 is like it's a cute game, but like every Mario game is fucking hard at a certain point.
It's fucking real
hard as shit.
Or they'll hit you with the challenge mode where it's just like, or if you want to start over, try the challenge mode. And it's like, oh yeah, okay. And it's fucked.
It's fucked, man.
Yeah, it's just like the whole floor is lava, actually. It's like it's not even like a challenge. It's actually this is just masochist shit.
Yeah, it's just funny. Yeah, I mean, like, I have a distinct memory of, like, my old home. Like, I'm talking before I was, like, 10 years old playing Super Mario Brothers on the Game Boy. And, which is how I think a lot of people first played Super Mario Brothers in our generation. And just raging. And my dad just being like, why are you getting mad? What is going on?
It's like fucking Mario,
it's
bro.
Fucking hard. The water levels in Mario. I'll punch through a fucking screen.
Dude, yeah, because that's the other thing. That is the thing about our generation that no one wants to talk about We really did grow up with like NES games. Like we really did grow up with them because they were all ported to Game Boy. Like half of the games on Game Boy Advance were Nintendo and Super NES Nintendo games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like when people are, it's just like we really did kind of get the golden age of that stuff.
Like I grew up playing basically Super Metroid
on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. So
like because all the Mario games that came out on Game Boy Advance were just like ports of the SNES ones. Like Super Mario World, I didn't even know that was a Super Nintendo game. I thought that was just Game Boy Advance.
Right.
But no, it's the most iconic fucking Mario game of all time because it's the best one.
Yeah, dude. It's just funny.
I remember playing the first
Mario
one.
is.
Yeah, dude, I remember playing the first one on Game Boy and asking my dad, yo, where the fuck's Yoshi at, dog?
Yeah.
And he's just like, what? He's like, who are you talking about? What is that?
The guy that goes wahoo?
You know, the guy, the green guy? He goes, Yoshi. He just kind of, he's got eggs, he shits, you know? He's like, he flies, he goes, and it's like, yeah, I got nothing on that.
Yeah, dude, where are those? I need to go and beat all the 3D Mario games. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, Galaxy is, dude, I think Galaxy is S tier, man. I gotta say.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Galaxy's incredible. I mean, that's when I first got into 3D Mario. Really, it was Galaxy because because Brawl was coming out, and when Brawl came out, I was like, all right, so I'm getting a Wii. I don't care who the fuck. I'm like, I'll suck a dick for a Wii at this point. Like, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm getting a fucking Wii.
Yeah.
And
Brawl was a moment.
And Mario Galaxy like came with Wiis a lot of the time. And just playing that and just doing this, just with the Wiimote and him going and hitting a motherfucker.
It's crap.
It was like, all right, this is over. I've seen enough.
Dude,
I remember I won't say his name, but let's just call him Shark Boy. I remember he was the first person I heard that was like, oh yeah, I got every star as both Mario and Luigi in that game, and I was like,
damn,
holy shit,
yeah,
motherfucker played it a lot.
No, he was kind of goated though for some reason for very weird things because he would be like, yeah, I love listening to the Mario Galaxy soundtrack while I do homework. And I was like, that's fucking lame. And then I did it. I'm like, yeah, this is fire. I was like, yo, this is lit, actually.
Actually, Nintendo maybe makes the best music ever.
Like ever, actually. I think they just they grow this shit in the lab. Like they just fucking.
Yeah, I'm at an age where I'm like, yeah, like anime soundtracks and like the Evangelion OST, that and like any Nintendo music is basically just
slappers,
the best vibe.
And then there's the Minion song, and then the Minion, which is that actually in the soundtrack?
It's in a Minions trailer.
Is that like a real trailer or just one that Cole Bennett made? Holy shit!
Or I don't know. I thought that was real. I just saw the thing where Cole Bennett was like, Minions asked me to make a trailer and I used Yeet and they let me or something like that. So it sounds like,
that's insanity. You've seen all the videos of like mosh pits at the Minion Theater, right? Have you seen any of those?
No.
Dog. There's videos on TikTok of like me and the boys rolling out to the Minions movie, and it's like 10 o'clock showings of the Minions movie where people are starting mosh pits like in front of the fucking like as the movie's starting, like in front of the screen. I love
how we're all just so like mentally ill that like Minions are funny now. Like I love that.
Like Morbius is rolling in his grave right now. He's like, God damn it!
Someone needs to make Morbius Minions crossover movie, and that will $2 billion global box office.
All Morbius needed to do was get Cole Bennett involved, and like they would have had droves of white boys committing to the fucking bit.
I saw a video that was like, the movie hadn't even started. It was just the illumination stuff, and they're like, woo! Yeah. And then the lights go up, and like the theater staff come in and goes, you need to leave, or we're calling the police. It's up to you. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck happened?
No, that's been happening at the Minion movies, like straight up.
People are going there treating it like it's the fucking Room. Like,
yeah. They're going there treating it like it's a fucking Yeet concert. Like even more so. And then like fucking dude, my favorite one though is like they said that we wouldn't be able to get 200 pounds of bananas into the Minions Rise of Gru. And it's like these dudes just loading a giant fucking trash can with bananas and then rolling up to the theater and rolling it in. And they're just like sitting there with like handfuls of bananas just watching.
I mean, I bet if you're on like car battery, like you, or just like fumes, that like, yeah, this movie's funny as fuck. Oh, sure. Probably. I bet just being on salvia and watching the Minions movie is probably fire.
Yeah, actually, they're showing it at a drive-in that comes with everybody gets their own garage to park their car in and run,
and just leave the window cracked.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah, so here at the Minions Rise of Gru, we provide everyone their own garage to suffocate themselves in with fumes.
Is this Minions 2, The Rise of Gru? Or
I think it's just Minions.
Because on the movie clip, it says Minions flying a plane, Minion 2, The Rise of Gru. Wow. Steve Carell also is worth like $80 million. 100%. Like, it's a spin-off prequel to Minions from 2015. So this is 7 years in the making, apparently.
Hell yes.
Wow. Pretty funny. They were like, all right, Despicable Me.
How do we
know what the real fans are here for. They're like the fucking Minions.
I really hope the marketing department for that movie is like 23-year-olds. That are just like, all right, here's the deal. It's a total joke.
This is making more than Lightyear.
What?
Lightyear box office. I don't think Lightyear is doing very well.
Dude, my boy Cody saw it with his kid, and then he was like, dude, I gotta go see Lightyear again. He's like, I gotta go cop that again.
I just hit with my ad blocker.
It's a tough time to be a space cop.
Yeah.
So I think that's really it.
Here's the funny thing. Okay, this is a Forbes article. As expected, thanks to the Independence Day holiday weekend, Paramount and Skydance's Top Gun Maverick continued to soar to infinity and beyond. Tom Cruise's Unstoppable Legacy sequel earned another $7.15 million to bring its domestic cume up to $545 million. That places it past the likes of Rogue One, The Dark Knight, and The Lion King to place 12th on the all-time domestic grossers list.
Wow.
We can expect another $27 million over its sixth weekend and $34.5 million over the Friday through Monday holiday, bringing its domestic cume to a ridiculous $573 million by July 4th. That'll keep it in 12th place, temporarily behind Incredibles 2, $608 million. It should be past $600 million by next Sunday or soon after, at which it's just a question of whether it will end closer to Star Wars: The Last Jedi and The Avengers, or Jurassic World and Titanic. Holy shit. Okay, let me get to fucking... let me get to Skywalker. Let's see.
Dude.
However, the rest of the top movies, with one obvious exception, are pulling their weight as well. Warner Brothers' Elvis earned another $5.3 million, which is a 50% drop off on its second Friday for a likely $17.5 million Friday through Sunday weekend and a $22 million holiday frame. That'll push the acclaimed and buzzy Baz Luhrmann directed rock biopic past $70 million domestic by Monday night. Presuming a normal rate of descent, always a generous presumption, the $85 million Austin Butler, Tom Hanks led 160-minute drama will end with over-under Dune's $108 million finish, so not bad. We'll have overseas updates tomorrow, blah, 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 blah.
Wild.
Likely be... the dinos... I'm trying to figure out what Skywalker did. Pixar is pretty decent. Lightyear took another tumble, earning just $2 million on Friday to pass $100 million domestic. The Pixar sci-fi actioner should earn around $6 million in weekend 3 and $8 million over the holiday for $107 million 8-day domestic cume. Considering the holiday weekend, this is another ghastly drop, especially as Pixar biggies Toy Story 3, Monsters University, Inside Out, Finding Dory, and Illumination giants Despicable Me 1 and 2, Minions, Secret Life of Pets have historically thrived concurrently. It's now downright unlikely that Lightyear will reach even the $123 million domestic cume of The Good Dinosaur, which no one fucking saw.
No.
Let alone that film's $332 million goal. I don't think a lot of people saw it, and I don't think a lot of people who saw it were that impressed by it. It seems like it's like a Marvel movie to me, but a shittier one.
Yeah.
It just is boring. Like there's nothing really mind-blowing about a movie about Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
it's just really like, well written. It's just a 3D sci-fi animation movie, and it looked visually cool, but
yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're ripping material from a character whose whole lovability comes from the context of his existence. Like, it's not like the lovability of Buzz Lightyear isn't that he was Buzz Lightyear. It was that he was the toy Buzz Lightyear.
Who thought he was Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It's like that he was a toy in the human world who was Buzz Lightyear, who was programmed to believe that he was modeled, that he is a character that shouldn't really have that much backstory to him. Because, like, for what it's worth, like they already touched on it enough in the same way as Woody. It's just like there's enough there. You really don't need to get in the knee deep of it. But
yeah, it's just
they're just grasping, dude. It's just like they're just looking for more shit to avoid writing new shit.
It just doesn't look very interesting. Like,
right.
I saw the plot of it, and it's like, oh, we need to get home. We're on a stranded planet, or like I'm in the future, or something. And it's just like, dog, this is like Interstellar.
Exactly. They're just gonna do the Interstellar thing, but for kids. And
it's like, I don't know, man. And also, I'm sorry, like, but Chris Evans is not a very like good voice for Buzz Lightyear.
I don't give a shit about Chris Evans, man. I really don't.
Yeah,
it's just not.
The funny thing is that also on Jeff Gerstmann's podcast, he's been talking to, like, every week he's been giving updates on the Chris Pratt Mario Brothers movie. Which I think is being made by Illumination. Illumination and Nintendo, distributed by Universal Pictures. Teaser poster with original release window. In theaters holiday 2022. No, that's not when it's coming out. So it looks like it's coming out April of 23. Chris Pratt is playing Mario. Anna Taylor-Joy is Princess Peach. She's from the chess Netflix show. Charlie Day is Luigi.
Christ.
Jack Black is Bowser.
I'll take it.
Which I remember when, I think it was even Miyamoto, it was like, I'm very excited to hear Jack Black as Bowser. Jack Black's son as Bowser.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong, which I may not even see it just because of that. I do not have Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. I'm Donkey Kong. Fred Armisen as Crazy Kong.
That's concerning.
Which just sounds stupid as fuck. And then Sebastian Maniscalco as Foreman Spike, which I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he just be Mario? He should just be Mario.
It's like,
I'm
Luigi.
fucking Mario?
What's up, Princess Peach? We gotta save you.
They stole my
Luigi Bowser
girlfriend.
took my fucking wife.
Yeah. You eat a fucking mushroom and
We
it gives
gotta
you
go
another life? Is that what you're talking about?
We gotta collect. All I know is I pick up this star and I go.
Is that what you're talking about when I do that?
That's the sound that you want me to make? Is
I just know I could
they're
take
gonna
real
edit that
mushrooms
in?
and go see that movie, and it probably would be sick.
Oh, I'm gonna take a tab, go see Mario. That'll probably be the move.
Yeah, that's definitely our Christmas hangout 2023.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be watching the Mario movie for sure.
Yeah, we should probably just
I
avoid
honestly
that.
hope
and
it's
save it for that.
terrible a little bit. It might be really good, but I kind of hope it's so. But yeah,
I really hope that the Sonic movies are better than the Mario movie, and then the Mario games are better than the Sonic games. Like, I hope that's how that.
Facts.
I hope that's how that breaks out.
See, the reason the Sonic movies work is because there's real people in them, and like you have Jim Carrey as Eggman. Like that's why it works.
And Sonic's just a cute little guy. Like he's just a cute little guy. Whereas Mario is an he's a man. Like that is a plumber. Right. He's a tradesman. Like you can't put him next to real people and just be it's me, Mario. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
That's what Jeff Gerstmann was saying is like you couldn't have Charles Martinet's version of Mario for 90 minutes. Like that would be too much. But you know, it's like Chris Pratt is Mario. Like, what is that going to be? But apparently, like the people are the suits over at the this announcement was met with mixed. We're talking about who the cast was. While some welcomed the idea of celebrity actors voicing the characters, others questioned and criticized the choices. In particular, Pratt as Mario instead of Martinet, who has voiced the character since 1992, or an Italian actor. And then it's I think his name was Chris Melandri, said Pratt would not be voicing Mario with a thick Italian accent as Martinet has traditionally done. And he also said like this is going to be unlike anything you've ever heard. And it's like I don't know, but
yeah, is that a good thing?
We shall see.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Well, last thing I want to mention, we can wrap this up, is Skate 4.
Oh, dog.
They showed a little preview of Skate 4. It's like in its pre alpha stage, they said. But yeah, they did release Skate 4 gameplay.
I'm looking this up right now.
It's called Still Working on It is the name of the video. And yeah, the characters don't even have like eyes. But they're showing some of the physics. I mean, the graphics look good. It just looks like a skate game.
Bro,
it doesn't
I'm so fucking sick
crazy.
Of the first thing I always click with video game shit is like, what's up, guys? We're talking about.
Yeah,
just like
I clicked on that too, and I was like, all right, let me find the actual skate YouTube channel.
I fucking hate you. Pre-alpha.
I'm assuming it's just going to be called Skate.
Oh, I'm sure.
Skate 1 is still fire.
Dude, I honestly think Skate 1 was like the best one.
Skate 1 kind of had the more realistic vibe. It's another Doom 2016 thing where it's like it's more minimalist, but
the aesthetic.
It's like it was the more pure experience aesthetically.
Yeah. And I think I
remember when that game came out like 2007, right when Guitar Hero 3 came out, like
I tried to play Skate 3 on emulator and it honestly looks like trash. Like it just like it looks like it looks like it regressed relative to Skate 1.
Yeah, they made it a little bit more arcadey. This is the same thing with Doom Eternal. It made it more arcadey. Although Doom Eternal just looks so fucking good.
Oh yeah, Doom Eternal looks better than Doom 1. But like
I'm excited to maybe play this on PlayStation 5 and see kind of how they the haptic feedback, how that kind of works with grabbing and tricks and stuff like that. So
definitely.
I'm excited to see how Skate 4 comes out. It looks like there's, it's kind of like a Tony Hawk's Underground vibe where you can kind of get off the skateboard and do more. Although they did that in Skate 3, so I don't know. I Riders Republic makes you feel like, if you're gonna make a skate game, you should just make a BMX game too,
dude.
Like. Because Riders Republic is so fantastic.
It's great. They just didn't give you like a ton to do. I don't know. Like I feel like it's very repetitive. And I think that was the thing with Skate was like they just gave. Whereas like in Riders Republic, the whole world is giant, so it's like less deliberate the places where you go. Whereas I feel like Skate has always been better at like smaller terrains, but like more shit to find.
Oh, it's just way deeper, the amount of moves you can fucking make.
Yeah, the mechanics are just huge.
Yeah, it's just it's amazing. That game's amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, the one last thing.
Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, the one last thing I want to say before we get out of here is the black phone sucked. Like that was just dog. I didn't go into expecting a great movie, but I was like, this will probably be decent. This will be worth the
Ethan Hawke.
Yes, Ethan Hawke, $7 Tuesday. What could go wrong? And then like it was just like a lot. Like it just They had like the three main themes of the fucking movie were never tied together. Like there were like two of the main aspects of the movie just weren't explained. Like one of the characters is like a medium, like the little sister character. Like the whole thing is just like she sees flashbacks of like where Ethan Hawke like kidnaps and takes the kids. But then it's just like no part of that is ever addressed. It's just used as a plot device to find her brother. Like it's never like there's nothing hinted at that like she has supernatural shit. It's just like her dad's abusive, sure, but it's like there's no like supernatural thing to explain. It's like you're not like your mother. Your mother, she saw things too, but they weren't real. And it's just like, okay, great. Like cool. So mom was like not schizophrenic and I don't know what's the there's just no thread to tie anything together. It was just like
it looked like I couldn't tell what the movie was like. Was it about a slasher or was it about the fucking phone? Like I just couldn't.
Dude, it was a kidnap movie. Like Ethan Hawke plays a kidnapper, and then the phone is just like all the kids that he's kidnapped and killed. Like it's like a disconnected phone, but like the kid that's got kidnapped is getting all these phone calls from all the kids that were previously kidnapped and murdered. They're like, he's waiting up there. Don't go up there. Like it's just like, just like all these kids like giving him the fucking cheat codes.
That's creepy as hell.
It was fine, but it just like it didn't.
It's a summer horror movie.
Yeah,
it's
it was like
not going to be good.
My thing with Blumhouse movies, man, is it's always the inverse of what people say. Whenever a Blumhouse movie is like good, it sucks, and whenever it sucks, it's good. Like it's weird. It's
I like those Conjuring movies a lot. Those are the ones I like.
Those were dope. Like that movie As Above, So Below. Like that's one of those ones where people are just like, that movie's like, it's like panned on every fucking rating website. But then you talk to anybody and you're like, no, that was like, it had something there. Like it wasn't perfect, but it was interesting. It was new.
Yeah.
Whereas this movie was just like, okay, interesting, new, but nothing. It was boring.
Oh, I remember this. As Above, So Below.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. In the catacombs of France. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's something different, at least.
Right. It's like The Descent, but like a little more satanic, kind of.
Yeah.
Which The Descent is
cool.
fire. I don't know. I'm just in my horror movie bag, and like there are never any like revolutionary horror movies, but like the thing about it is when I go to a horror movie, I'm looking for pretty good or like, all right, But like when it's just like when it meets that standard of substandard, I'm like, all right, come on. You could have tried a little harder here.
Yeah.
Because it's not tough, But maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like a cash grab for everyone involved, frankly. So
yeah, it's tragic. And that Men movie, it's just like I
heard that movie was so dumb,
dude. It's just these horror movies are just it's fake deep bullshit. Like it's all virtue signaling crap. Like it's not none of it's scary. It's all just like with this movie Men. Yeah, we're gonna like the whole thing is just like no, it's not just about like men, it's not just like an allegory for like men. It's like, no, at the end of the movie, it's like the whole point is boiled down to like, men are trash and terrible. And I'm like, okay.
I've seen the ending where the dude like is just screaming and then he just like dies.
Yeah, and he's just rebirthing himself over and over again. And it's just like,
yeah, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah, it's just gross for no reason. It's just like, okay, so the plot of this movie is men bad, like, which is fine. Like you can make that movie, but like it pretty piss poor at delivering that message.
Yeah. It looks so interesting to me. Maybe I'll see it, even though I've heard it's garbage.
Well, because I loved Ex Machina.
I wanted it to be good.
Yeah, I loved Ex Machina.
Yeah, I love Ex Machina and Annihilation. Both great movies.
But he fucked up.
I don't care what anyone says. Both those movies are great.
Love those movies. But that's really all I gotta say on that.
Dude,
don't go see The Black Phone.
Yeah. That's good advice.
Ethan Hawke can do better.
I also started watching the Patriot.
Oh, word?
Damn. And the first fight scene is garbage.
Yeah. I got to grip Sancho. Got to rip that.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Harakiri, by the way, is a Japanese film you would really fuck with.
That's actually higher on my list. I need to do that. I might do that.
Watch that like today.
Yeah,
that movie
I
is
might
like
grip that today.
Just like general audiences fire. Like it's not even on some artsy shit. Like that movie, the story is amazing.
I'll probably pop an Eddie and fucking rip that.
Your mind will be blown when you realize what it's about. It's actually sick.
Sick.
Anyways, y'all, if you've been listening, thanks so much. We will read your guys' emails when Tony gets back. I know we have a backlog. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a follow on our socials. It's at wokenbokepod on Twitter, at wokenbokepodcast on Instagram. And we appreciate y'all as always. Have a good 4th of July.
Gripper Nation.
Hope you have a good week. Peace.
Peace.